What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our Week 8 battle for the IBL. We are currently sitting with a 6-1 record, plus 13 differential. Again, we are still the only team with one loss. There's only one other team that has 2 losses, and they are in our division. We play them Week 10, that's the New England Evolutions. So look out for that one, but it's a good thing. We're likely going to have our playoff spot locked in by then, so I probably don't have to go all out, which is good. But yeah, our revenge season is off to a strong start. As always, there's a timestamp on the screen for you guys to skip to the battle if you're not interested in watching the team builder. But this one's gonna be kind of cool. I'm gonna go in depth, very quick team build that I actually had. I found out last night around like midnight that I'm gonna be playing this game today. So I decided to say, you know what, I'll just build really quickly. Shout out to my front office and shout out to 2 new members of my front office, Hayes L and Tone. Appreciate all the help that they have been able to give. Tone, especially this week, he was able to give me a mock, able to give me some ideas for the build. So yeah, just thanks a lot. But today we play against the Charlotte Honchrows, coached by Quincy Adams, and I'm hoping that we can get the job done. He's got a really scary team. It's kind of similar to some teams that I've used in the past, to be honest. Just like you can kind of tell what everything is there for, which is nice. Webs are the biggest issue, I'd say, followed by the Cinderace, and then after that the G-Max Duraludon. If we do not have as many special attackers that we do have, and the speed that we do have as well, then Duraludon would be a much bigger problem. The last time I faced off against the G-Max Duraludon was in the finals of the IBL, and we did end up losing that time. So I just don't want to be destroyed by that Pokemon. I just can't have that happen. I'm also pretty confident that with one more win, we'll actually clinch ourselves a playoff spot, which is amazing. I believe it's like one more win, or I think one more loss by 2 people in the lower half of our bracket. So I definitely think it's a possibility that this week or next week we get ourselves locked into playoffs. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. First thing I noticed, my opponent has a grand total of 2 resists actually. 2 resists to G-Max Hydro Snipe, and one of them is going to be the Gourgeist, and the other one is going to be the G-Max Duraludon. G-Max Duraludon has 50 base special defense, so I'm not too concerned about that. And Gourgeist is fodder for max Airstream. Feeling pretty good about that. The good news for my opponent kind of is Seismitoad gets Water Absorb, but Hydro Snipe goes through that. It's Mold Breaker in a move, so it's not affected by Water Absorb, which is useful for me to know. Only thing is, I only have 3 turns where that's the case, and after that, it becomes really, really difficult for my Inteleon to break the Seismitoad quickly and efficiently. When I'm saying quickly, I mean in a 1-hit KO. So I have to make sure I have Hydro Snipe available to me, or else I'm not getting the KO on that thing. This set is pretty fast. It's actually max speed, max special attack. Reason for that is because we reach 120 speed. Cinderace reaches 119, so we need the max speed to be able to outspeed that Cinderace. We originally were running the heavy duty boots on this thing because I was worried about webs. I just said, you know what, I don't really need any offensive moves, any like boosting item or anything like that. So I said I'll run boots just in case he gets the webs up with his what is that thing called, the Galvantula, and I can then still outspeed everything and fire off hits, go for a max Airstream, outspeed Scarfers, and then I'm good to go. Fortunately for me, this is a good thing. I looked at the calcs and I said, you know what, after a spike, this Pokemon, if it gets a crit, OHKOs everything my opponent has. Like literally everything that my opponent has on his entire roster, barring Assault Vest users, gets OHKO'd from full after a round of spikes. Wild, right? So I'll definitely take it. What does this thing do well? Well, we have U-turn to get in and out of things. The biggest checks to this Pokemon right now would have to be the Seismitoad if I'm not G-maxed, the Togekiss if it's max special defensive, and the Umbreon. Umbreon I definitely think is coming because it's a decent check to this. It also checks my Aegislash, my Rotom decently well, my Roserade as well. So there's a couple things I can check, but at the end of the day, I'm very confident in this set. We can U-turn around very effectively. Air Slash is for speed. Snipe Shot is there so we can get crits without the focus energy, which is very useful because it's going to be a lot harder hitting than we would if we were not to get a crit because of Sniper. That is our Inteleon. Moving on to our next mon, it is going to be our Roserade here. Roserade is coming. I mentioned we had to get some spikes up to get some guaranteed OHKOs with crits from max moves. If we get a crit max Hydro Snipe, we always OHKO the Umbreon after spike. Same thing with the Duraludon if it's not Assault Vest, or if it's Assault Vest and has not G-Max, we always OHKO that thing with Hydro Snipe, which is nice. But yeah, this set is important because it will get up that spike for us. Again, originally I was running Toxic Spikes on this, and I had 2 mocks. One was against Tone, and I ran Toxic Spikes, and I lost that one because he ran like Scarf Seismitoad, which was wild. And the other one was against Brain. I won that one. I didn't make any changes, but I decided to make the change after that. Giga Drain is there because it hits the Seismitoad, gets rid of that thing. It's an immunity to water without my Gigantamax form, which I don't want to have to deal with. Sludge Bomb hits mons like the Togekiss, and that's pretty much it for the best damage I can possibly hit. But then other than that, it hits a lot of things neutrally. Cinderace, Porygon Z, Galvantula, Umbreon, Sock, all these things, they get hit neutrally. He only has one resist to poison, actually two resist, sorry. One of the Seismitoad, which gets hit super effectively, and then one that's immune, being the Duraludon. So I feel very confident in this set. Leech is there because even though we have no way of hitting the Duraludon, if I get off a Leech Seed on it, we're able to take one hit from this thing, and because we have so much speed, we also outspeed the Duraludon unless it's Scarfed. So I'm going to be getting back 12% HP every single turn, doing 12% back to the Duraludon. I'll be firing off Giga Drains, which will be doing 17 to 20% to that thing if it's got no investment at all. So that's just, it's wearing it down, plus if it has to deal with the Spike, it's so much better for me. I can then double out and go into something like my Rotom, which is going to be a lot more specially defensive, so I feel like I can really take advantage of that well. This set, with our investment in our HP and special defense, allows me to take a Timid Scarf Ice Beam from the Porygon Z after Rocks. We also can take a Togekiss Air Slash if it's max special attack. Very useful there because it could be Scarfed. You never know, honestly, and Togekiss is a big threat. I just don't want to get flinched down. That's the number one thing I'm worried about right now. But we also take two non-boosted Bug Buzzes from the Galvantula. If it's Throat Spray, that's a problem, obviously. If it is Life Orb, that's another problem. But I think we have definite ways around that because we'll be able to be faster than them with a lot of our other mons, something like my Inteleon, for example. So as long as there's no webs up. Again, I have to preface it with that. But yeah, that's our Roserade here. And moving on to our next mon, it is going to be our Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat is very good. Oh, and I forgot to mention, for the Roserade, this thing is very useful because it also checks Umbreon decently well. Umbreon is going to be coming in against my Inteleon most likely, my Aegislash most likely. I can then double out into my Roserade, take the Foul Play, and take a Toxic or whatever the case may be, Leech Seed it and Giga Drain, just get back a lot of HP, really wear that thing down, which would be very useful for a lot of my team. The next mon is the Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat has Volt Switch, Overheat, Will-O-Wisp, and Pain Split. Originally, I was running Defog over Will-O-Wisp, but I need Will-O-Wisp because it helps out my Kyurem later on, which I think is my next mon I'm going to show. But I'll kind of go over this spread first. We are very, very speedy. Our speed is there so we can outspeed, I think it was a Modest Duraludon. Well, I think no, this one is a Timid Duraludon for sure. I know that. Pretty confident. No, Modest. That's it. Modest Duraludon and Modest Porygon Z. We also, if the Togekiss outspeeds us, we know probably more than likely he's Scarfed. He actually has to be max speed, Timid Nature, to outspeed me cleanly. If he is 1 point below max speed, we speed tie. So I didn't feel like I could reasonably take out EVs from my special defense or my HP because I really need this thing to take hits effectively and kind of like scout for the speed on certain things. This Pokemon really walls the Togekiss very well. It's resisting both of its stabs. It resists Flamethrower, which is another very common move that it runs. I don't see it running a normal move at all. I can Volt Switch for super effective damage. Very, very useful. If it goes for Calm Mind, then that's kind of a problem. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have to bank for crits with my Inteleon because that's really, I think, one of my only ways out from being that thing outside of Aegislash with the Aqua Berry, but that's neither here nor there. This set is very, very helpful because it takes a lot of hits. It sponges quite a bit. I can then Volt Switch out, be a good pivot, get into something more favorable. I don't see it getting any kills this week. I see it mostly just kind of showing up and dying, honestly, but being very helpful to get things in that are going to make it a lot harder for my opponent to get the chance at winning the game and really put ourselves into a better position. The reason why I said Will-O-Wisp is very, very important this week is because we can burn the Umbreon, which is going to be very helpful for something like my Kyurem here. Kyurem is a subset, and what breaks my Kyurem sub on the Umbreon? Foul Play. If I burn the Umbreon, it will never break my sub. Easy enough, right? That's the big thing. If I manage to break that, or if I force that Umbreon to get burnt, then Kyurem can then effectively set up on everything. And when we burn the Umbreon, it means that it's going to take him 2 uses of Foul Play to break my sub, meaning in reality it's not going to be 2, it's going to be 4. So 4 to break my sub, I'll take that because we have pressure, and that means eventually he's going to run out of PP for the Foul Play. Foul Play has 24 PP, we should be able to make it so he only has 8. I can just roost up back some health, and then once he goes for the final Foul Play, he shouldn't have any way to hit me. I can just completely stall him out for the rest of the game, and I feel pretty confident in saying that. And the rest of my opponent's team, look at it, he only has 1 resist to ice, or 2 resist to ice actually. 2 or 1? 1, that's it. 1 resist, 2 freeze dry, and that's the Cinderace, and I have Earth Power for that. Easy enough. The only other reason I'm running Earth Power and not Toxic is because it hits the Duraludon for quite a bit better damage than freeze dry would. I get that freeze dry is stab, but Earth Power is super effective. Very strong move, 90 base power. Duraludon's only got 50 special defense. so Toxic wouldn't necessarily be the best. I know if I can Toxic the Umbreon while I have a sub up, that's very useful for my Kyurem, but I just felt like this was the better option for me to go for. We have speed on the set for the Porygon Z. Boots are there for webs specifically, and again, we beat everything if the Umbreon is burned, and we take a high jump kick, I believe. Yeah, we take a high jump kick from the Cinderace. Very important. Again, we need to make sure we survive that hit. Fire off an Earth Power, get the KO. If it was Life Orb, even better for us. Get that chip. We're good to go. Our next mon is going to be the Machamp. Now, Machamp is running the Assault Vest this week, a very strong set. I had a couple different options I could have gone with this week. I went with Machamp because it's a way to help me break down the Umbreon. Every single time the Umbreon comes in, Machamp just says, "Hi there, time to fuck shit up." And that's exactly what Machamp is here to do this week. With the Assault Vest, we actually take we take a lot more hits than we normally would. I'm running Guts because the Umbreon might think the only way it can kind of break my Machamp is to go for a Toxic, and then he just gives me Guts, and then I can break things even better with Knockoff, with Close Combat, and Ice Punch, which is really the only coverage that I need. Looking at my opponent's roster, what resists the combination of those three? Nothing. Only very few mons like the Sock and I think the Galvantula actually are neutral to those three. Well, and Cinderace, of course, but Cinderace is dropping to a Close Combat, end of story. Then we have the tech. I'm running Vacuum Wave on this thing. Yes, Machamp has like 55 base special attack. Why the hell am I running Vacuum Wave on this thing? Well, again, it hits the Duraludon for really good damage. If I manage to get off a Close Combat, plus a Vacuum Wave, plus a Spike, I should, in theory, get a KO on the Duraludon when it's maxed. Very important. I can get just a little bit of chip on it. That way, maybe I can make it so that Shadow Sneak is now in range of it, which is very useful, so I don't have to take extra chip on my Aegislash. That's why we have that. But the good news is, because of our Assault Vest, we take hits from the Porygon Z, we take hits from the Togekiss, from the Galvantula, we take hits from the Kadabra, we take a Psychic from the Kadabra because of our Assault Vest, and we take any hit from the Duraludon as well. And because we underspeed it, we won't have the drop from Close Combat yet, which is very useful to make that we can actually take that first, and ideally, probably will be our only hit that we actually take. So yeah, I like this set a lot. We have speed on the set for 4 speed Seismitoad, just in case he has 4 extra EVs, he wants to place them in speed. We have that there for the Seismitoad. I didn't feel comfortable going any higher than that. I really want to invest a lot into my attack to break things as much as possible, because the first time it's going to be Machamp versus Umbreon, I'm clicking Knockoff. At least I'm pretty sure I'm clicking Knockoff. It depends on what he has, but I'm likely to be clicking Knockoff. Maybe if it's like, I don't know, maybe if Togekiss is around, I'll probably click Ice Punch or something, but I really want to make sure that I can just wear my opponent's team down, and that's exactly what this Machamp can do. I have so much momentum this week, and if I can get it in on the Umbreon, if I can get it in on, I guess, the Gourgeist in a sense, because I'm not worried about getting burnt, I feel very confident in this set. If I get it on the Duraludon as well, huge hit unless my opponent wants the Gigantamax right away. So yeah, that is our Machamp. Moving on to our final mon, you already know what it is. It is our Aegislash here. Aegislash LAN mode. The Aegislash is back. This is actually our second kill leader. This is second place. I think it's actually in the top 10 in total kills. I should probably double check that for you, because I think it's sitting at like 8 kills and 6 deaths, something along those lines. A lot of my games have been very close, which is not ideal, but I will say it's doing well. In 7 games played, it has 8 kills and 5 deaths, and that's second behind my Inteleon, sitting at 15 and 2. After that, we have Kyurem with 4 kills and 3 deaths, and Machamp with 5 kills and 4 deaths. So I definitely feel like we have a very solid base for this week. This Aegislash, though, is... It was hard to create this set because I had a couple different options that were presented to me. Josh, Ultra Player, he said, you know what, just fuck it. Go balls to the wall, go Bandit Aegislash. And I was genuinely thinking about that. I'm like, that is crazy, because Bandit Aegislash has a chance to OHKO Duraludon when it's maxed with Close Combat. That's fucking nuts. But I didn't feel like that was the best bet. Because I'm going to be taking the hit from the Cinderace, it's going to just blow me back with a Pyro Ball. I would rather take the hit, fire off a Close Combat on that thing, and then KO it back with the Shadow Sneak. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I definitely feel like it's important because I can then gauge what the item is on the Cinderace. I can find out, okay, is it Life Orb? No damage output? No recoil damage? Okay, well, the damage that did show me that means that it has to be Banded then, or it's Charcoal, or it's Extra Belt, or it's non-boosted at all. Maybe it's, I don't know, Core Change with Heavy Duty Boots. So I just have that information that's very important for me to know, and he might just say, you know what, I'm going to go for the U-turn here, expecting to switch out, but because I have my Aqua Berry, I can freely go for the Close Combat as he just fires off an attack, U-turn, switches out to something else, and then something else has to take that powerful fighting move from a mon that has 140 base attack and an adamant nature. Yeah, very scary. The speed on the set, again, is for the Umbreon with 12 EVs in speed. I was debating, do I want to be slower or faster than the Umbreon? And I decided to go faster just in case. Now here's my reasoning for it. This is a bit of a longer team builder, so I appreciate you guys sticking around. If you guys are still sticking around, by the way, leave a like on the video. But the reason why I decided to go with a faster Aegislash than the Umbreon was because I can fire off close combat on that thing and do a huge amount of damage to it if it's in range. If it's not in range, and again, I expect it to be very specially defensive, but if it's not in range, then I just switch out. Like, that's fine. I'll switch out to something like my Roserade, my Rotom, which are pretty good checks to the Umbreon, so I feel very confident in doing that. Now, obviously, if he's running a faster Umbreon, that kind of takes away a lot of it, but if I go for an Iron Head or something and he switches into the Umbreon, then I'll outspeed in close combat and get the KO on it. Easy enough, right? But yeah, that is our Aegislash here. We also take a Occaberry, with our Occaberry, a banded Cinderace Pyro Ball in our shield mode, and we take a modest Specs Duraludon's Dark Pulse, or a timid Life Orb Max Dark Pulse while it is Gigantamaxed. That is our team, and I appreciate all of you guys, so really thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for all the success that the channel's been having. So let's go ahead and jump into the battle. Alright everyone, welcome back. So he brought the Cinderace, the Togekiss, the Umbreon, the G-Max Duraludon, the Seismitoad, and the Sock. So no webs, which is absolutely fantastic. There is the opportunity to run rocks on the Seismitoad and on the Duraludon. This is good, because I decided to change from Boots to Scope Ones on my Inteleon. Alright, what do I think he leads with? Potentially the Seismitoad. I think I have a very free lead with my Roserade. Actually, no, I think I do have to lead with Roserade. If he leads off with... No, because if he leads off with Cinderace, I'm screwed. I have to figure this out quickly. I'm going to lead off with Lan here. If he gets up rocks, he gets up rocks. So be it. No, I'm going to lead off with oh my god, I gotta figure this out. I'm leading with Rotom. Come on. Come on. I think I just barely made it. Alright. Rotom is my lead here. The reason I'm doing that is because I can just Will-O-Wisp the incoming, or the Seismitoad pretty freely, which is nice, and put that thing on a timer, negate some leftovers, recovery, and lower the power of its physical attacks. So yeah, let's see what he decides to lead off with. Have fun to my opponents, and yeah, Raymundo. Is that the Cinderace? Okay, no, it's the Sock. So this is good for me because right away I'll find out if he has Choice Scarf, as he's Mold Breaker. Okay. So if I go to Sock, again, I think it's Choice Scarf. Level 50, close combat. Oh, he's Mold... Shit, he's Mold Breaker. That goes through Earthquake. Nice. Okay. Let's, Ooh, this is nice. This is very nice. Okay. How much does Machamp take from this? Machamp does not die to an Earthquake, which is nice. To 2 Earthquakes. So I'm going to switch out and go to Machamp here. I think that's my play. Because I can't have this thing being Scarf and smacking me with an Earthquake. Alright, let's see. He goes for knockoff instead. Okay. Gets rid of my Assault Vest, that's unfortunate. But I have a very free... Do I go for a knockoff here? I think I do. I think I'll go for a knockoff. Because if he goes Togekiss, that's fine with me. Yeah, I'm going to go for the knockoff here. I get rid of the potential Scarf, meaning that he won't be able to just... I think he's Scarf based on that, by the way. Bubbles. That is... Togekiss, okay. So we get rid of Boots, potentially. Get rid of a Babiri Berry, maybe. Yachi Berry. What is this? This is Leftovers. Okay. And I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go hard into my Rotom here. And then I can just freely go for a Will-O-Wisp, because I don't think he's going to stay in. Yeah. Again, very, very unfortunate. Him having Mold Breaker on his Sock. Good bring, good bring. Really good bring. Completely took away my... advantage that I had there with this thing. But Fire Blast comes out. Okay. 157 down to 133. That's nothing. That is 0 damage. I will take it. I will take it. Alright. I think my plan here is again to go for the Will-O-Wisp. If he goes into Sock, fine, we take that and we burn it. If he goes into Umbreon, same deal. That means my Kyurem can be that 1v1 now. And if he goes into Seismitoad, then we just weaken it. That's just really good for us. And I can go hard into my Roserade potentially and really kind of take care of it. He does know that we're not Boots on this thing now, but he does switch out and he goes hard into Eduardo. Is that the... Okay, it's this thing, which I kind of expected. It was this or the Umbreon for sure. And we do land our Will-O-Wisp. Very, very nice. Okay. So Leftovers activates first, so we won't know if this thing is Leftovers or not. Alright. And I'm going to double out here, and I want to go into Machamp. But I can't do that. I'm going to Stuns and Roses. And we'll see what he does here. And I think my play, once I go into Rose Raid, is going to be to Sludge Bomb. And the reason I'm saying that is because he probably goes hard into Togekiss or Duraludon. And I imagine he probably goes into Duraludon, or Togekiss instead. Alright. He goes for Rocks, that's fine. Fair enough, kind of expected. Not the end of the world, though. Especially because I'm faster with my Rotom than like half of his team. More than half his team, than everything on his team, bar a potential Scarf Sock or a Cinderace. I know now that he's leftovers. So I think my play is going to be to go for the Sludge Bomb here. Want to get the damage off on this thing. As he switches out, Togekiss I imagine comes in. Aku, that's the Duraludon, right? Duraludon is what's coming in. Okay, unfortunate. I'm going to Leech Seed here though. And again, if he Gigantamaxes first, I'm fine with that. So far what it's been is whoever Gigantamaxes first ends up losing the battle. So I'm going to hope that we can get this done. I just realized the logo for my opponent is covering the level, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. He doubles out. What does he go into? Raymundo. Okay. Back into the Sock you go. Okay. Sock against Roserade. Ice Punch will not OHKO if he's Jolly Choice Scarf. It does 99% max. Okay. I'm going to go for a free Giga Drain here. That's very free. He doesn't rely on Black Sludge as he goes for a knockoff. 53 to 64 max. Yikes, that did a lot of damage. 139 down to 43. And we know he's Scarf now. Okay, I want to do a pull up a calculator. 139 minus, whoops, 1, come on now. Okay, 139 minus 43 is 96 points of health, and Sock with knockoff, he's Adamant. He is 100% Adamant Scarf, and now that I don't have my Black Sludge, knockoff does 66 points of health to me at most, and we have 107 HP right now. I don't know if he wants to lose this thing right now. I'm just going to go for another Giga Drain here. I think that's my best bet. As he switches out, and he goes back into the Duraludon, which I am fine with. I'm definitely fine with this. So we're going to Giga Drain here and get some good damage off on this thing. That is definitely not Assault Vest. That is definitely not Assault Vest. That's big for me. That's good knowledge. I'm going to fire off a Leech Seed here. Get some good information on this. We connect another Leech Seed, very nice. Roserade, wall on everything right now. Stomping Tantrum, ooh. 122 down to 74, that's nothing. Calculator again, 122 minus 74 is 48 points of health. If I go to Duraludon, oh my god. As always, my A key does not work. Okay, if he's level 50 with Stomping Tantrum. Stomping Tantrum, okay. Stomping Tantrum did how much to me? It did 48 points of health. Stomping Tantrum. Okay. He could be Jolly. No, he's got to have attack investment. That's like a min roll for almost minimum attack. And if he Gigantamaxes here, Max Quake does 99 points of health at most. I think I have to go for a Giga Drain here, but I'm going to go for a Spike instead. I need to get the Spike up. The Spike is too important. As he switches out. Bubbles, okay. Okay, Togekiss. Again, based on the damage they had done to my Rotom, I think he did like, what is he at now? What am I at? 151 doesn't help me. Level 50. Again, I don't think he has much investment. I'm just going to go for a Sludge Bomb here. Celadon's a roll to KO if he's offensive. So he's not. He's more defensive, but we get the poison. Very nice. Does he decide to defog away the hazards? He goes for an air slash here. He connects it. Is he offensive? He KOs me. Okay. That was actually guaranteed from his range, from his roll, from my HP left. That's fine. Okay. I don't think I can afford to go into Inteleon. I don't think I can afford to do that right now. Let's see. Well, I think I actually do go into Inteleon here. How much does U-turn do to Togekiss? Inteleon does nothing. Wow, that is 0 damage. 2 to 3%. Ah, shit. Okay. I'm gonna go cure him. It lets me fire off a, I think the name of it, Freeze Dry. And yeah, so let's just go for the Freeze Dry here. And I should probably take away Roserade. I think that's the only thing that's dropped. Yeah, so we now know he's Scarf on his Sock, which is good information. He's got no item on the Togekiss. He's got to be, I think he's a physical. I think he's a physical Duraludon, but we get rid of his only hazard remover, which is very nice. That is very, very nice. He knows I'm Boots as well. So, Sock, Choice Scarf, Courage. Is that... Okay, no, it's this thing. I'm going to fire off a sub. I want to see what he wants to do to me. Does he Foul Play? Does he Toxic? He Yawns. Does that go through sub? It does not. Fantastic. Okay. That's good knowledge to have. Let's go for a Freeze Dry. That's good knowledge to have. The fact that he has Yawn is good. Yikes, that is 0 damage. Snarl, and that goes through sub. Okay, how much PP does Snarl have? Because if that's what he's going to be using to attack me. Let's go Umbreon, Snarl. Come on now. 24, so he's already gone 2, so that's 2 Snarls. Let's Freeze Dry again. I have no reason not to. If he Snarls again, I just go for a Roost. Alright, he goes, and we freeze him, which I'm not too happy about, I'm not going to lie. I'm not happy about that, because I wanted to get the PP stall on him. Okay. So he's stuck on 2. Let's just Freeze Dry again. I mean, there might be a chance we actually get the KO on this thing because we got really lucky with the freeze, but that would require a lot of freeze turns, which I don't really want. I want to PP stall out the Snarls. Is he still frozen? He's still frozen. That's unfortunate. Again, my plan was not to freeze this thing. My plan was to PP stall it out, which is shitty to say, I know, but let's Freeze Dry again. It's crazy to think about, but hey, what are you gonna do? All right, Snarl comes out again, or Freeze Dry comes out again this time, and does he? Nope, still frozen solid. I'm gonna Roost now, and then I'm gonna go hard into my Machamp after, because at that point nothing's gonna want to take a knockoff from my Machamp. So I'm gonna Roost here. Does he try and thaw out again? Because this time it's been 3 turns now. Again, I did not want this. Did not. This is worse for me. Still frozen solid. Okay, well, the good news is we beat the Inteleon 1v1 with my Kyurem. Fantastic. Let's go into Machamp here. Let's see, is he just gonna stay in, try and break out? I think he will try and do that. Some water now. And he's still frozen solid. Damn. Oh, why didn't I just go into Inteleon? Let's go for knockoff. We get rid of residual recovery. Yeah. Nothing wants to take this knockoff. And I got the vacuum wave tech in the back. Yeah, for Duraludon. He switches out, makes sense. And he goes into... Okay, so the Sock is gone. The Choice Scarf Mon is gone. I will definitely take that. I really needed that. So Machamp picks up a KO. Where is Sock? There it is. Okay. I imagine the Cinderace is coming in now. So Machamp against Cinderace. So Pyro Ball does 60... If he's not invested, by the way. And we'll find out if he's Heavy Duty Boots right now or not. But Pyro Ball does 64 to 76 to my Machamp. If he's Jolly. Eduardo. That's the Toad. My question is, do I knock off? Seismitoad. I think I go for a knockoff here. I want to get rid of its leftovers, and then I can close combat it after. Nice, good damage. He scalded me. He might think I'm... He might not think I'm guts. No burn on me, that's fine. And let's just go for a close combat here. I don't see the reason not to. Fantastic. So at this point, Machamp gets his second KO. And Inteleon's looking like it's going to be in a fantastic spot. So I'll definitely take that. Alright, well, I'm not going to lie. It's unfortunate we got the freeze because that's not what I was looking at all. But it ends up being something that turned out to be a bit bigger because I got Machamp in for free and I basically claimed 2 kills. I don't know why he didn't go into the Cinderace. Maybe he probably knows that he wouldn't have KO'd with Pyro Ball. But, I mean, I'll take it. Johnny Bravo is definitely the Cinderace. Okay, is he taking hazard damage? He is not. He has Heavy Duty Boots. So I am going to fire off... Do I want to fire off a Vacuum Wave? I think I do. Because he's going to kill me here anyways. I'd like to keep this thing around, but it's not necessary. Especially now I can Volt Switch around my opponent's entire team with Rotom. So I'm going to go for the Vacuum Wave here. We'll get big damage off. Big damage, quote unquote. Yeah, Vacuum Wave. 10%. Pyro Ball comes out. And he misses. Oh, man. Dude, I'm sorry. I'll just Vacuum Wave again. If he set up on me, that'd be scary. That'd be really scary if he did. But no, he just Power Balls. And he misses again! Dude, I am so sorry. I'm just, at this point, I kind of have to close combat. But like, god damn, as he bulk ups, and I close combat on your bulk up, dude, I'm sorry, you're about to lose your Cinderace. Dude. Oh, I'm sorry, man. This is so, I did not want this game like this. I did not want this game like this. I did not want this game like this. That's all I can say. I did not want this game like this. Fuck. He Sucker Punches. Is that going to kill me? It does, okay. So he's +1. Alright. At least he got that KO. So I'm not feeling as bad now. But let's get rid of Machamp. I don't think my play is to go into Inteleon yet. How much does Inteleon take in its G-Max form? Let's see, Inteleon against Cinderace at level 50. Come on now. I can't have that much time left. +1. We know it's not Libero. Sucker Punch. Wow, that is half. I think I have to go into my A/Slash shield mode. Sucker Punch. Wow, Sucker Punch still does that much. It is 50 to 64. How much does... Oh my god, how much does Rotom take? I have to go into this thing. I have to. I gotta force him to go for a Sucker Punch. Yeah, this is not ideal. Okay. Okay. And he Sucker Punches me there. He does get the hit off. Sorry, Julia's texting me right now. So we got the KO on this thing. Fuck. Shit, it's an important call too. That's not good. Okay, Aku. I just have to go for a close combat here. I just gotta go for the close combat. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Cinderace, where are you on this thing? Oh, man. So, Duraludon, the worst thing he could do right now, he's going to KO me here. He should, at least. I would be surprised if he didn't. If he Gigantamaxes, that's going to be the concern. I don't think he's Assault Vest, which is good information for me. So if I go to Inteleon against Duraludon G-Max, he's not Life Orb, we know that. Could be Scarf. He could be Scarf. Stomping Tantrum, okay. So he gets the KO. We don't do enough to this thing. We don't do enough to this thing. I mean, I can go Full Buster here. I think Full Buster's my play. Full Buster and Freeze Dry. Or Earth Power, actually. That'll do more. If I go Kyurem, Earth Power to 60 to 71 if he's Gigantamaxed. And he's got no investment. So I'm just going to go for the Earth Power here. It sounds to me like he looks like he's Scarf. And if he's Scarf, it means he'll outspeed me. He just switches out. Okay. Again, that's fine with me. Okay. Yeah, this is this game's gonna go a bit longer. I'm gonna switch out into Inteleon here, and I'm gonna set up my Focus Energy, I guess, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay. Aegislash is gone, I think. Right? Aegislash is gone, yeah. Should get rid of that. He thawed out, yay! And he goes for a Wish. Oops, I got rid of Inteleon, not Aegislash. Okay. He finally thaws out. That's not great. That's not great. If I Gigantamax here, do I just lose? How much do I do to Umbreon? Especially defensive. Because again, I'm assuming it's max special defense. Okay, Inteleon. We don't do enough. We have to go for... I want to go for Focus Energy, but if he goes for a... No, because if he goes for a Yawn there, then I lose my Inteleon. I can't have that, so I'm going to go for a U-turn. And he did not go for Protect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go hard into Rotom. I'm going to Volt Switch. Or no. I want to burn it. I think I want to burn it. Does he Snarl? What does he do? Does he Baton Pass? I wouldn't be surprised if he Baton Passed. He Snarls. Okay. So if I had gone for... if I had gone for my Focus Energy there, I think I won. That's okay. That's okay. Again, gonna Will-O-Wisp. That's down 3 Snarls. It's 3 Snarls. So we know he has Wish, Snarl, and what is it called? Wish, Snarl, and Yawn. And we'll see if he has Toxic. Because without Toxic, you can't beat my Rotom. And I burned this now, so it's not getting residual damage, but it also can be frozen, which again is fine with me. I was not happy that it got frozen. Alright. And he yawns. Okay. Okay. So he just yawned there. I think I Volt Switch and I go into Cure him here. I don't know if I revealed Volt Switch. I don't think I have. God. I'm just going to Volt Switch. The good news is, because we outspeed this, we always have a way to freely get back our HP, which is very useful. Yeah. And, again, three yawns, or 3 snarls out of the way. Want to get all of them out of the way as much as I can. 3 yawns as well. Doing no damage to this thing. I knew this thing was going to be a big problem, and the second I let go of Machamp. Let's go into Full Buster here. What do you do? Do you yawn again? Do you yawn again? I'd rather you go for a Snarl or a Wish here, as he snarls. I'm fine with that. Okay. That's a crit too, wow. That's now 5 snarls. Jeez. And I can sub here. 5 snarls. Does he yawn me here? Does he do that? Like, what is it going to be? He snarls again. That's 7 snarls. I can roost here freely. Oh, man. Was kind of hoping this is going to go by a bit, it was just going to not take a long time. But it probably will. Let's roost. We're only at 27 minutes, which is not bad. But it is a bit of a stall fest. Snarl again, number 9. Jeez. Because once I get rid of all the snarls, I don't know what it does to me after that. I just don't. Let's, Let's just freeze dry. Really just don't have any other options right now. Right now it's just PP stall until the snarls are gone and go from there. Snarl again, that's number 11. Oh my god. Who would have thought this would have come down to this? I got the burn off on it, which is what I wanted to do, which let me beat it 1v1. But, hey, would have been better to have Toxic Spikes now, I guess. Let's freeze dry. Because all I need ice, I need Earth Power at the end. That's what I need still. So we'll freeze dry. And the good news is, because we always outspeed the Duraludon, we will make sure that we can stall out its what is it called? I'm trying to think of the name. Its G-Max turns. So it's always useful. Oh boy. Like right now, I am not in a position to rush. I can't. He's now used 3 wishes, 3 yawns, and 11 snarls. Again, wish I had something to write down, which I think I do. We still don't know its 4th move, as I have my pen and paper here, doing 0 damage to it. Alright, Foul Play. There you go. So why don't you go for Foul Play first? Okay. So we have... Alright, flip this around. So we have Snarl. Oops, let's just click. I only have 2 minutes 30 seconds left. So we have Snarl, which is at 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Foul Play, which is at 2. He just went for another Snarl, so that's 13 now.
1 eternity later.
Okay, everyone. So I just saw that he is running the speed boosting berry, which is really unfortunate because he's at +1. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, I was on the phone there, so I apologize for that. He's at +2. His Gmax is done. Okay. Inteleon. Let's take a look at this. Inteleon. Where's my Inteleon? Okay, against Duraludon. Okay. It's no longer max. It's at +2. It's at +1. Imagine it's Jolly, 252. Imagine that's like, I basically just have to do it. I have to go into Inteleon, and I have to click Hydro Snipe here. Okay. Okay, let's see if this is it, because I'm running out of time here. Yeah, I was on the phone there. Very important call in the middle of a game. I don't know if this thing is Outrage or not. Let's go Duraludon. Does it get Outrage? It does. It does, okay. Jolly Outrage KOs me. He's gonna get the win here. So we're gonna pick up a loss. It's very much looking like that. But great prep on his part. He ended up doing really solid stuff. He switched out the Umbreon at the right time. And yeah, so it looks like Duraludon's gonna carry him here to a win. Let's see, where is my... What dropped? What dropped? Kyurem dropped. If I just didn't attack him there, I think we had it. But it is what it is. He got me. At first when he ate that berry, I thought it was like the berry that boosted, that gave you back HP. Alright. 218. Outrage is a guaranteed KO. He got me. GG, man. GG. You know, not gonna lie, I'm disappointed that that what is it called? He broke through, but it is what it is. I think at this point, actually, it might come down to no. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna lie, the freeze sucked for him, but I don't think it mattered at all. I'm definitely upset that I put him into range of that. That's a really good bring. Did not think of it at all. Volta should KO here. Doesn't matter. If he misses, it doesn't matter. He just goes for Outrage anyways. That KOs me. So yeah, he wins the game. We pick up our second loss of the season. I am like, what can you do about it? It is what it is. He got the win. Cool set. Cool set. But at the end of the day, we are still 6-2. He is 2-6 now, so I'm fine with that. We're pretty much locked into playoffs. We just need one more win to get the job done. But yeah, again, big turns. When we froze him, I definitely felt like that was fine. He missed 2 Pyro Balls. I should have probably just attacked him. If I had attacked him earlier, I would have been in a better spot. But hey, he did good. He did good. Just trying to think if there's any other ways I could play that. I know I was definitely playing distracted this game, which sucks, but there's a few things I want to touch on because I couldn't really give all my thoughts considering that I got a call in the middle of the game that I just could not, I just couldn't say no to it. I had to take it. I'm in the process of buying a condo, so I had to take it. Number one, the big thing is, actually there's 3 things I want to cover. First thing is I did not want to freeze his Kyurem, or his Umbreon. That was the worst possible thing that could have happened in that turn because all I wanted to do was stall out the Umbreon as much as possible because I beat it 1v1. And I could always make sure that I would be able to bring something after. It happened eventually because I'm clicking freeze dry. It's 10% chance to freeze. My plan was to be clicking freeze dry at least 10 times. At least once I would have gotten the freeze on him. The plan ideally would have been to go into Machamp like I did, fire off a dynamic punch, or a close combat rather, get the KO one, whatever I need to get the KO one, and that's what I did there. But move on to later on in the match when it ends up being the Cinderace against my Machamp, and he goes for the Pyro Ball and he misses as I got off my Vacuum Wave. And he goes for another Pyro Ball and he misses as I got off another Vacuum Wave. And then he finally goes for a Bulk Up, and that's on my close combat. Now, I wanted him to KO me. The best thing that could have possibly happened was him KOing me. Because his other move, I'm like pulling up right now, his last move that he had on his Cinderace was U-turn. So Power Ball's doing nothing to my Inteleon. Like, I was, like, based on that point, I was pretty confident I could just go into Inteleon, threaten it out as he goes into Umbreon. I could set up my Focus Energy and just win the game. It is what it is. He ends up missing 2 of them, and it comes in, and it is clutch for him. It helped him out. I should have gone for the close combat to start. That's a misplay on my part. I knew he was Boots. I knew he was not Sash. That was a misplay. The other thing that I want to touch on is his Duraludon was not fully offensive. It had 68 attack and 188 with an adamant nature, meaning he did a maximum of 222 points of health to my Inteleon. Inteleon was at 218, and he crit me on the last turn. So what was a roll in my favor to live the hits comfortably and win the game outright ended up disappearing for me, which sucks, but it happens. We end up losing the game here. I do want to point that out, but that's going to be it for now. If you guys enjoyed this little post-game with just me, post-game thought process, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought I could have done better this time around, and I'll see you guys all next time.